What brings you in today?
Well, I have some lower back pain right here, lower back.
Is this pain just in your back or is it anywhere else?
It's just my lower back.
Are you having any problems urinating or having a bowel movement because of the pain?
Well, I do have problems going to the toilet, bending down, sitting on the toilet, and getting back up again.
When did this pain first begin?
It started on Monday. I took Tuesday and Wednesday off and I stayed in bed. But when I got up on Thursday, it was even worse.
Do you remember anything on Monday that could have triggered the pain?
I don't think so. Monday seemed to be a normal work day.
Is Monday the first day of your work week?
I usually work Monday through Friday, yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a gardener for the Grand Tourister Hotel.
What kind of tasks do you do as a gardener?
I usually remove annuals and I plant new ones. I also trim trees.
What were you doing on Monday when the pain occurred?
I came in early because my supervisor asked me to do that on Friday. We had a double order scheduled for that day.
So it was a heavy work day?
That's the funny part about it. It was supposed to be a heavy day, but it turned out to be a light day. So we were able to go home early.
Tell me a little more about the work you did on Monday.
Well, the truck was there when my helper and I got there. We usually take a cart and move the plats from the truck to the site. But because we thought we had a double order, we took the plants off ourselves and we moved them quickly to the site. And by the time we finished, the driver said it was only a single order. So since we made such a great start, we just decided to work through our breaks and lunch and go home early.
Sounds like it really wasn't a light day.
My supervisor thought it was a light day. We only had one truck. And I felt kind of bad by taking the next day off because he thinks that if we take time off for back pain, that we're just faking it.
How exactly did you do the planting?
I usually squat down and I punch the holes first in the row, and then I come back and put in the plants. And I usually squat so I can move faster. But on Monday, I started squatting, but halfway through I was down on one knee. And then by the time I finished, I was on both knees.
Did changing from a squatting to a kneeling position help the pain?
Yes, it did.
That was smart of you to kneel. Kneeling can take some of the stress off your lower back compared with squatting. Do you use knee pads?
The hotel has some, but they're uncomfortable. I've thought about buying some on my own.
Even better, you can ask your employer to purchase you some knee pads. If you're more comfortable, it might increase your productivity.
You know, Doc, I like that angle. I'll use it.
How about the planting? Do you do that standing up?
No way. You got to get on the ground to plant.
How about the hole digging? I have a book that may help you. Here's a picture of a hole digger you can use standing up.
You know, I've used these before in the past, but they were uncomfortable, so I stopped using them.
You may find it a little harder initially, but try it for a couple weeks and you may find it helps you.
Okay, I will. Let me ask you a question. Should I still stay in bed?
No. 2 or 3 days of bed rest could prolong your back pain. Some studies have shown that activity can improve the results in people with back pain. I recommend you stay as active as you can tolerate. I also want to give you some anti-inflammatory medications to help your pain.
Okay, thanks. When do I go back to work? Should I go back to work?
I need to examine you, but our goal is to get you back to work. Initially, I'm going to have to give you some work restrictions. You should do the hole digging and let your coworker do the planting. Once your back pain resolves, you can resume the planting. I'd like to give you a couple other tips too. Don't go into work and do heavy lifting immediately after waking up in the morning. Don't do prolonged bending at work, such as squatting. Use your rest breaks at work. Don't take shortcuts. Use a car to transport items. And get a good weekend's rest and exercise during the week. I'm going to leave this book with you to review. It has a lot of information you might find useful, and I need to examine your back.
Okay.